Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. And today we're going to be talking about balancing your social life and work as if you could. This question comes from Miguel, and he says, "Hi John, how do you deal with your social life while pursuing your dream? Did you go through something like this? A year ago, I stopped playing video games, TV, cut out all distractions, and worked on evenings on my dream. Something that I can't seem to let go is going out on Friday and Saturday night. I really like going out to dance and meet new people, but I hear that entrepreneurs sacrifice everything and that they don't have a social life. Is there a balance? Maybe cut Friday night? By the way, I'm single, 25-year-old engineer. Thank you, Miguel." So this is a tough one. So the thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you really want to, if you're working a regular job and you want to pursue your dream on the side, you want to build a side project, you want to build a business, you're gonna have to give up most of the things in your life. I'll give you just an example from my life. So I was working a full-time job, I guess it was 5 or 6 years ago, and I got the opportunity to do Pluralsight courses. And not only was I doing Pluralsight courses at the time, but I was also running Simple Programmer blog, doing my blog. I don't know if I was doing YouTube videos way back then. I might have been doing some maybe once a week, but I was doing a podcast, at least one podcast, and I was doing a lot of stuff to build up the Simple Programmer business, to build up my Pluralsight, to do Pluralsight courses, and mostly I was focused on Pluralsight courses. And I came to this point where I made this decision in my life where I was like, okay, look, here's this opportunity that lies in front of me. It's my dream, right? I want to be able to set myself up financially for the rest of my life, to be able to retire, to essentially be able to do what I want to do. I've got the opportunity to do it, but it's going to take a huge sacrifice. And so what I did was I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And for about 2.5 years, my life was kind of miserable. I'll admit it to you. Okay, I basically, what I did, my schedule was this. I would get up in the morning and I would go run or work out. Then I would go and work my regular day at my regular job. And as soon as I got home from work, I would go, I guess I was working from home, but I would eat my dinner. I'd play with my daughter a little bit, spend a little bit of time with my wife for maybe an hour and a half, and then I would go to work. And I would work from 7 till midnight, sometimes 1 o'clock, every single day. And then I would do the same thing on weekends. And every once in a while, I would go out or do something. But I watched zero TV. I watched zero movies. I played zero video games. I did not hang out with any friends. I basically just worked my ass off for 2.5 years. Now, at the end of the 2.5 years, I became a millionaire. No shitting you. True story, okay? You can see the article that Fast Company did on me, talking about me becoming one of the first online developer training millionaires. Was it worth it? Hell yes, it was worth it. Would I do it again? I don't know. I don't know if I have the stamina to do that shit again. I'm still working really hard. I'm still spending a lot of my time working. I'm not working as hard as I was then. That if I had to do it over again, would I do it from the beginning? Yes. I would have to blank that out of my mind, so I don't remember how painful and hard it was. So that doesn't mean that that's the only road. That doesn't mean that's the only way you can go. It doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice at the level that I sacrificed, or that I couldn't have been at least 80% successful giving myself Friday nights to go out and dance, right? Maybe I could have done that. But are you willing to pay that price? Because if you're not willing to pay that price, you're not going to make it, okay? And that's the thing. It's if you're not willing to pay that price, maybe you shouldn't pursue your dream. Because if you don't have that level of commitment, when life gets hard, when things get hard, when you have to make those sacrifices, you're not going to make those sacrifices. And I tend to think that I think a lot of people that have achieved high levels of success, what they'll do is they'll go back and they'll write these blog posts or they'll write these books and they'll say, oh yeah, if I could go back to my 25-year-old self and tell him something, I'd say, don't work so hard, you're gonna make it. And I hate when people say that. It's like, I understand why they would say that and why they think that when they're 40 now and they're not working as hard and they're still making it. But they forget that it took those 2.5 years, those 3 years of grind. That if they hadn't ground it out, if they hadn't worked so hard for that time and sacrificed everything else, that they would not have put themselves in the place to have the opportunity to now relax and take it easier. They wouldn't have made it. They wouldn't have climbed up that hill if they didn't put in that work. And I don't know anyone that's been super successful that doesn't have a story like mine. It's just how it is, right? Now, like I said, some of them will preach to you now and they'll say, no, you don't have to work as hard. Work smart, don't work hard. No, you got to work smart and hard. That's the only way, right? I'll give you, I think the person who I relate to the most on this, I've been really just loving his stuff, is Grant Cardone. You can read, there's a couple of books I'll recommend. I did some reviews on his books. You can check out my review on the 10X Rule here, which is a book I highly recommend. And then the other one I'd recommend, which might be even better, is Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. You can check out the review I did here. But he gives it to you straight, like I do. It's not a popular message, I don't think, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. So to answer your question, can you dance on Friday nights? I don't know. You tell me. You decide if you can do it. If you're making progress, if you're happy with the progress that you're making, if you're willing to give that up if you have to, then yeah, maybe. But I can't answer that question for you. I can't tell you what level of commitment and dedication that you're going to have to pursue your dream. But I can tell you that if you're not willing to go to the level of giving it all up in order to do that, you're probably not going to make it, because it's going to get harder. It's going to get more difficult. And and most people don't. Most people don't make it. Most people, I don't advise the path for most people. I wish more people would do it, but it's difficult. So you decide. What is it worth to you, and what are you willing to pay? What is the price? You can have, I did this video, I'll give you one more video here, which is that you can have anything you want if you're willing to pay the price. So what is the price, and are you willing to pay it? That's what it comes down to. All right, if you like this video, if you haven't been discouraged, I don't mean to discourage you, but if you'd like some encouragement and motivation, because I also give some advice on that here on this channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. If you'd like to send me an email and ask me a question that I'll answer on this YouTube channel, you can email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com, and I would love to answer your question. If you liked the video, if you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up or leave a comment below. Talk to you next time. Take care.